right.
To battle.
To arms, then.
As you wish.
Sure thing. To battle!
Keep watch here. I will press on with Lord Falmarv.
As you command. They have slain all the guards. What secrets lie among these tomes that demand such carnage? But the speculation must keep. First, we deal with the enemy.
With purpose. Always more to learn.
was a good one. Ugh.
Your time is up!
No one.
This is the end!
My turn. I'm up.
My path is clear. Onward. I shall prove my worth.
Confound it. Gotta keep getting stronger.
I will tend to matters here. Very good. Leonda Keorias de Sonda. Zorda las laumos mifeolio sonda. Alexandora, Reeve of Time, by oath unto you am I bound. Transcending eternity, cross you now the vastness of time's gulf. Throw wide her gates, that we may pass!
An ancient incantation. What awaits below? Quickly, we must give chase. What is it?
means.
Very well.
Preparations, is it?
Yes? What is it? Yes? Of course.
As you command.
As you wish.
Time for action. Forward!
We have waited for you, Ramza. How very far you've come. But no farther. The stones of the monastery make an ironic cairn for a heretic such as you. And I, Lothri Wodring, will see you dead and buried.
Lothri, was it? Are you not aware of the true nature of the man you serve?
Whatever do you mean? If you speak of our execution of the clergy at Malond, that was but a part of our grand design. After all, the salvation they offered their flock was false. They sought only to seize Ivalice for themselves by placing a puppet on the throne. We are unlike them. By the power of the Zodiac Stones, we will bring the people true salvation.
So even his most loyal are kept in the dark. You are but an unwitting servant to the Lucavi.
The demons of legend. I've not the patience for your japes, boy. Lord Folmarv is the one true savior. The second coming of Saint Ajora, who shall lead all men with boundless benevolence. A noble's whelp such as you could never understand the burdens of the common man, much less ease them.
Leave this to me.
Time is now.
Haven't you? To battle.
Ready and willing.
Very well.
Sure thing. To battle!
Shadows.
I'm up.
Are you truly so blind, Lothri, to the secret kept by my father? Nay, the man who once was he. Though if he did not deign to confide even in his own children, mayhap I should not be surprised.
Is that the reason for your betrayal, Meliador? You've completely taken leave of your senses. Instead of trusting your own, you lap up the lies of the heretic who slaughtered Isilud. But the trail of carnage doesn't end there. One after the next, he has murdered those most loyal to our cause. Cardinal Delacroix, Marquis Elmdor, even his own brothers, Dystarg and Zalbarg. All in order to prevent the Zodiac Brave's return, to seize the holy stones for himself.
Surely you are aware of the unnatural power Lord Fulmarv possesses.
Of course I am. But that is a miracle bestowed by the Orosite. Proof that we have been chosen as the Zodiac Braves.
My path is clear. What shields the flesh shields not the mind. Your weakness plain to see. Crush armor! Now break!
Survive that.
To cross my path, your cursed fate. Heavens fall upon your crown. Crush Helm!
I'm up against it.
The moment you acquire the Orosite's power, you are turned into someone, nay, something else.
And you imagine that's something to be a Lucavi? Spare me. What has become of you, Meliadul, that you should brand your own sire a demon?
Hear me, Lothri. I was there when the Orosite made a Lucavi of Weegrath. As he lay dying, a voice called out to him from deep in the earth. That of a demon, of darkness itself. And it consumed Weegrath the instant he accepted its offer of power.
Darkness? What nonsense is this?
Marquis Elmdor's words. He said that our desires call the darkness. That he himself was its minion.
Your appearance and memories may remain as they were, but the darkness takes root within your very soul. Mayhap it rules you even without your knowledge. A demonic voice whose bidding you cannot ignore.
Enough! You are fools if you think I would give such rubbish any credence. The only demonic voice I hear is yours. I will not be deceived as Meliadul has been, nor will I let you take another step further.
This is the end!
Such strength. So it ends here. But I am not finished yet. For you, Ramza, I shall cast open the very gates of hell. Val Leonda, Georias desonda, Zorda, las laumos, Nefeolio sonda, Alexandora, Reeve of time, by oath unto you am I bound, transcending eternity. Cross you now the vastness of time's gulf. Throw wide her gates, that we may pass.
What is this place?
The Necrohol of Malond. Never again will you see the skies of Ivalice. Without the glyph at the gate, there can be no return. Fulfilled my duty. And yet... Volmov, my lord, are you still the man I pledged to follow? To harbor such doubts at the last. How pathetic. Hurry on, Ramza. How it ends depends on you.
So this is the Necrohol. Half of Malon supposedly sank into the sea when a great catastrophe struck in ages past. Though that appears not to be the case. But now is not the time to ponder such. I must find Volmov. Alma, please be safe. Was there something? Right.
Yes? As you wish.
Sure thing.
As you command.
To battle.
To battle!
You! But how? You must have forced Sir Lothry to bring you here. Very well then. Here is where I shall make my stand. Even should it cost me my life, I will stop you. I will have vengeance.
Why are you come here? What salvation could you possibly offer the people that might be had in these forsaken ruins?
A spoiled lordling could ill understand what we seek to do. Or do you claim to have learned something of suffering? If so, you might see the world for the cruel place it is. Though the Church preaches equality, it cannot and will not effect change. The highborn few hoard wealth and power, passing it on to their offspring as it was passed on to them. This leaves the lowborn masses with no means to lift themselves up. We would shatter the chain of inequality and create a world where all men have their fair share. But for that, we require power. Power beyond compare.
The Auracite. You would bestow them upon those who seek power. Yet what can you hope to achieve when most of the stones are in my possession?
You truly know nothing. Allow me to enlighten you. Once we have resurrected Saint Ajora, we shall have limitless stones at our disposal. By the grace of the High Seraph, the Savior was made able to create Auracite. And at long last, he shall be reborn to walk among us, the child of God from the heavens returned.
My move.
Leave it to me!
Chrétien, you must listen to me. My father is not the man he once was. When he used the Auracite to obtain his power, he was corrupted by a will not his own. He means to resurrect Saint Ajora not for the people's salvation, but to achieve some other purpose.
Who are you to talk, traitor? You whose hands are soiled with Sir Lothry's blood. You allege that Lord Fulmarv is corrupted, that he hides his true objective. But can you even say what that is? You cannot, for this is but a ploy to manipulate me. You women are all alike.
The fact that I am a woman is neither here nor there. We felled Sir Lothry, 'tis true, but we did not force him to bring us here. He did so of his own free will. For though he gave his life for his conviction, he relented in it at the last. Know you what this means? It means he saw fit to believe us.
Liar! Never would Sir Lothry yield in his conviction. Never would he betray us. None among us desired the world's salvation more ardently than he. You are a heretic! a witch! I will suffer no more of your poison words!
If you mislike my choice of words, allow me to put it thus instead. Sir Loffrey harbored doubt, and made this clear at the last. Deep down, he felt that Lord Fulmarv was no longer the man to whom he had pledged himself. That is why he brought us to the Necrohole, that we might put an end to his master's ambition.
Did I not say I would suffer no more of your words? My faith in Lord Fulmarv is unwavering. I fight to see Saint Ajora descend once more. Neither the church nor the crown can deliver salvation to the people. For this, naught but a power divine will suffice.
It astounds me that you can believe so blindly. Saint Ajora was not the divine savior he is held to be. He was a man like you and I, just another soldier who fought for his nation.
You dare blaspheme the child of God himself? Never have I heard such flagrant sacrilege. It flies in the face of all that is good and holy in this kingdom. You are no son of Ivalice.
It seems you've not read the scriptures of Germanique, but it stands to reason Fulmarv would keep you ignorant.
Aye, he would wish to ensure his minions' continued loyalty.
Accursed heretics! You will not weaken my faith with your slander. Once I have killed you, I shall rip your wicked tongues from your corpses!
Soar, O demon-slaying blade, my foe to cast into hell's depths! Crush weapon!
No. Loffrey, forgive me. Would that I had told you.
That way, 'twould seem.
As you command.
Count me in.
Ever ready. To battle.
No turning back.
Oh, Ramza! Truly it is a joy that we should chance to meet again. I once suffered defeat at your hands, but it will not happen twice. Your head I shall take for Lord Fulmarv.
So you live still? Was your fear of death such that you would sooner bend your knee to the Lucavi? I pity you.
You pity me? You are a naive child who speaks of things he does not understand. It betrays your high-born nature that you should think it pitiful for one to fight to cling to life. For the low-born, each day is a struggle to survive. Ever does death cast its dark shadow over us, When the nobleman falls ill, the physician nurses him back to health. Even when his lands suffer a poor harvest, food yet graces his table. Meanwhile, the common man dies of a chill. And even when times are not lean, he is not assured a meal on the morrow. Pity me if that is your wont. It matters not. For now, I am made truly human.
How does selling your soul to demons make you human? You've lost sight of whatever ambition you once held.
I stand above all other men now. I have transcended death itself. No longer must I bow my head in coy attempts to curry favour with you high-born nobles. I've bought my freedom. I am human at last, no longer something less.
You think freedom a thing bought and sold? What value? A freedom you have not earned. What meaning when your soul is the price? A man who's lost his pride can never be free. When you cast yours aside, you surrendered your freedom. Freedom and equality are lost upon you. You do not understand, much less desire them. No, what you desire is power. Whatever your claims, you are just a fallen man who wishes to rise up at the expense of others.
Now then. With purpose. Power thrumming.
My path is clear.
Such strength.
Down with you!
Was a weak.
So, you have returned from the dead as a minion of darkness. But your time amongst the living will not last.
Brazen words from a faithless traitor. I had not thought you one to so readily abandon our ideals, Meliador.
Abandon our ideals? Do not make me laugh. We had long believed ourselves above the law ere I came to my senses. That man you follow speaks grandly of salvation, when what he truly desires is chaos, nothing more. He strings his adulators along with utopian rhetoric, then disposes of them with nary a flinch when they are no longer useful.
That man? Is that how you call your own father? Surely you are too old to play the fractious child. Like your brother, you used to be as an eager puppy wagging its tail. What became of that obedient little girl?
Steady now. What she...
You are leaving here alive. You ain't leaving him alive. No more things.
I have you now!
I've not abandoned my ideals, Barak. I still dream of a world where all men are equal. But first, you and your brethren must be dealt with. Then shall I strive for the dream anew.
What can you, who are loath to dirty your hands, hope to accomplish? To realise aught, you must be willing to play the villain, as I do. Mayhap you think all and sundry would flock to your ideals. The truth is, most would be content if their lives improved at all. Full well do I understand such pitiable souls, for I am one myself. Thus have I cast my lot with your father, for he shall bring about change. The means be damned.
Folmarv only uses you. How can you not realize this? He does not even trust you with a stone. Content though you may be as a minion of the Lucavi, you only affirm your own place as their expendable tool.
Oh, such sweet condescension, befitting the highborn whelp you are. Full many are those who cannot even aspire to become tools and are left to languish in the gutter all their days. Your insult shows your ignorance of their plight. This natural-born ease with which you look down upon others, convinced of your righteousness. It sickens me to the pit of my stomach. So what if I'm expendable? All soldiers are, and the gods know how many you Baals have expended. Whatever judgment you pass upon me, you pass upon those who have given life and limb for your house.
You would claim to be a voice for those soldiers. Do not presume they are like you, in self-contentment or aught else. You desire only comfort through belonging. You delude yourself if you think you represent the masses. One such as you, who has no vision for aught beyond himself, cannot realize such ideals, nor are you fit to speak of them. I can still fight.
Onward.
Now you're in for it. Damn it.
You're finished!
This can't be. How can I die? I thought I had transcended. Yet there is only darkness.
The stones resonate. I am tired, Delita. So very tired. But I must forge on. It falls to me to stop Fulmov. I chose this path. I will walk it to the end.
As you command.
Time for action.
As you wish. Understood.
At the ready.
I do not understand. Why does Virgo not awaken? This is his resting place. His spirit lingers here. I can sense it. What could be amiss? Mayhap she is not a suitable vessel after all. No, it cannot be that. Virgo stirred at her presence. She must be the one. Oh, it is still not enough. That could be the only reason. So you have come, Ramza.
It is over, Fulmov. Your comrades are no more. Now end this. Release my sister.
Comrades, you say? They were but pawns to be sacrificed. The Angel of Blood to whom Saint Ajora is joined, she must slake her thirst ere she rise again. The land has drunk deep of blood in the Chiliads since Saint Ajora's death, yet still she covets more. So be it. Once more to world of light, there to steep the earth in blood's sweet rain. But you, Ramza, you will not live to see the storm.
Lend you their strength, I see this now. A truly vexing foe this child is made. And thus Ajora with High Seraph joined, that thirst for power alone the stones might slake. O Saint Ajora, O Angel of Blood, this sacrifice I proffer that you wake. Ramza, unto me your lifeblood you shall render!
Alma, I'm coming, but you must wake. Cast off this sleep.
Awaken to your whimpering she will not.
What have you done to her?
Her flesh a gift, Ajora's newfound form. Through her the Angel of Blood descends once more, the perfect vessel finally obtained. Should slain she be, to naught our plans would come. Yet strength have you to carry out this deed. Beyond your gentle heart it is, I fear.
Slay my sister. I need not resort to such measures. You are without comrades to protect you, Fulmov. I will strike you down and end your madness.
Now then.
What is your true form? The form with which you murdered Isolde?
My daughter Meliadul. Know why to you a stone I didn't trust? 'Twas for the rage that in your heart does burn, the hatred for this world unjust you bear. What form, when you awaken, will you take?
Unlike you, I lust not for power. I will not be consumed by it.
How confident you are, yet when for you the bell does toll, and yourself you will find. Avenging Isolde is your desire. For killing him, in turn you wish me dead. For you, my dear, I had other plans, but satisfy myself with this I shall. I strike you down and see for what you cry.
You shall see nothing, for this wreck will be your resting place. For eternity, you shall rue selling your soul for power. For Isolde, I will lay you low. I shall prove my worth.
It is no use. By one so feeble felled I cannot be. Yet even should you chance to strike me down, return I shall in perpetuity. This world in unremitting chaos lies. Unprompted does it churn and roil and seethe. For power, souls of rancor ever cry, and thus are we to aid them summoned back, to free their souls, the purpose of the stones.
Cletien did say that Saint Ajora could create limitless auracite. And there are bound to be many like Barik, who desire power only for self-gain.
A righteous life was yours, but few could live. For man is wont to envy and begrudge. What joy that others find, he fain destroys.
I've lived a far from righteous life. These hands are hardly clean. But I endeavor to walk a righteous path, as do many others. We are not all like you.
For the one true God.
Not important.
Not my day.
We have you now, Fulmarv. Prepare yourself.
The girl's most loyal sword here too, I see. For her, your strength to Ramza now is joined.
Girl, you speak of Her Majesty Queen Ovelia. You shall answer for that insolence and more.
Of course. That she is an impostor, you know not. The princess true, as babe in arms did die. Replace her in the crib your mistress did. A plot devised to undermine the queen. The council's trump card she had been, until, with Orinus's birth, she lost her worth.
Is that why she was confined to the monastery? No. You lie. I'll not believe you!
Though hard it was, the girl herself believed. And still, she freely chose to claim the throne. When all is said, your feelings matter not. But overjoyed to rightly ought to be. For now a nameless girl is crowned a queen.
Your words will do naught to shake my loyalty. In Her Majesty's name, I defy you. No room for error.
I cannot keep a mistake.
Shadow 7 by Doomstar cast. Mark the ending of your path. Northswain, strike! Enough!
That I too should succumb to this mere child.
Where am I?
Alma, are you alright?
Ramza? Is it truly you?
Too far we've come to taste now of defeat. Angel of blood, that you should rise. My life I gladly give.
I am come once more.
Alma, no.
As you command.
Very well.
Of course.
Count me in. No turning back.
What is this? Do not resist me. Ramza, please, help me!
Alma!
Ramza, help! No, you cannot. You must not. No!
Alma, are you unharmed?
I'm fine. But you must strike down Ajora. Quickly!
To thwart my coming, you would dare essay. Nay, it shall not be. I suffer spite from neither lord nor serf. Your unmaking you have sealed. I am Ultima, divinity descended. Prostrate yourselves before me now.
So that is Saint Ajora's true fate. Made a Lucavi like all the others who craved power. You will not leave this place! I will defeat you! I swear it!
Ramza.
I must concentrate. Down with you!
room for error.
Now then.
I see it now. Too late. They knew. His blood, my vanquisher in times long past. But not so soon. Shall I accept defeat?
In that accursed blood, the price of your defiance you shall pay.
No
to invoke Grand Cross! A god I am!
Not my day.
With purpose.
Understood.
To arms, then.
Time for action.
As you wish.
No turning back.
What is this? Do not resist me. Ultima, divinity descended.
My move.
That's the way. Ha! Down with you!
This part.
It's...
I'm in war. This is bad.
Now then.
Steady now.
concentrate.
This cannot be.
This looks bad.
What now, Ramza? Given all that has come to pass, I fear we cannot return to our old lives.
No. Should we remain, we would only be hunted as heretics. So instead, let us take to the road.
You and I?
We've eliminated the source of the chaos. Our work is done. From now on, we shall live free, as birds on the wing.
Blessings of the Great Father descend and guide your body's return to the earth. May the grace of Saint Tajora lead Alma's soul to the eternal shores of paradise. There she shall find peace. Faram.
Faram.
She was so young.
For the entire family to be taken, the gods are cruel.
And the youngest son, Ramza, branded a heretic and denied even a burial. Such tragedy.
For 3 centuries House Beowulf stood, but no more. A stark reminder that nothing lasts forever.
Ramza, forgive me. I am late in paying my respects. I would have come sooner were not so many eyes upon me. Ovelia has wed Delita, and she has relinquished the throne to him, making him king. A common-born youth restores peace to the realm, and now together with his queen he forges a new kingdom. A tale of heroism not like to be soon forgotten. Mayhap Delita is the man you believed him to be. A good man, at heart. When Valmafra revealed herself for an assassin, he made it appear as though he'd killed her. Then let her run. I think he must have caught a glimpse of himself in her. A tool manipulated by Lord Folmarv.
It's time we rejoined our squad. I'll go on ahead.
My father. Did he die bravely? I'll visit again. Be at peace. Are you truly dead? I still cannot believe you're gone. After everything. Oh, Ramza! Alma, wait! They're alive! They're both of them alive! Did you see them? Thank you, Ramza. May we meet again, somewhere out there.
There is naught to bind us now. Not the Beowulf name or the legacy. We may leave all that behind, to walk a path of our choosing.
A path of our choosing. But will we be able to find our place?
I do not doubt it. For aside from each other, we have time. To forge new friendships, to start families of our own. And one day, when we have children, we will share with them our tale. The first chapter in a new legacy.
I thought I might find you here. Everyone has been looking for you. Today is your birthday, is it not? I brought you flowers, a token of my eternal love. Ophelia.
How could you? You used them and all the others. And someday you'll cast me aside, just as you did Ramza.
Did you get what you wanted in all of this, Ramza? I got this.
What is it? Even if my deeds earn naught but scorn, I will walk my path to the very end.